So I wanted to talk a little bit about proper planning. T-Fit here, Fit Bully TV. As always, people like, subscribe, share. Thank you for everybody who's listening. People are continually asking, how do I get into the breeding space? What's the best dog to breed? How do you maintain success? Some people said, I got 2 dogs, was going to do it. Then I watched your process. I watched everything that you were doing. Everything you encouraged me to do more of. But I was like, man, that's a lot of work, especially if you work a full-time job. Here's the thing, it's not easy. And a plan is critical. Now let me paint just a light picture of what a plan looks like. So Zara's main girl for me, she's a girl that I believe could get us going in a way that was going to yield a level of success that, I mean, we're right here. We're right here working towards our plan, which is still 5 years away. I got a dog that had more of her terrier roots, okay? She's rooted in the terrier, some rooted in the bulldog. I don't prefer the bulldog. Bulldog has a plethora. I repeat, it literally says plethora of issues. My challenge is, why would I breed a dog that has issues? So for instance, this is a 6-year plan on a dog named Hot Shot. Comes from Bossy. And I like Hot Shot a lot. And I like Justice. I like Bougie Bull over there. And I think there's an opportunity to build something very special between him, her, and all the other dogs we implemented. So let me take a step back and say, look at Baloo. Baloo's our pocket bully. He's a dog who I understood had quite a few Dax. He's Dax and Gotti line. And what that was going to do was yield a lot of problems. I don't care what nobody says. It just is, it was, it did. And not problems as far as severe health problems, but it's not uncommon to know that there were risks for heart murmurs. There were heart problems in that bloodline per se. There were going to be some kink tails. Kink tails come from that bulldog when it's not a full tail. Not uncommon. So I said to myself, do we go and do the 2 major breedings back to back? Or do we work through the shit, to be clear? I wasn't going to use vulgarity, but I have no choice in this because that's what it is. You know, I heard Terrell over there at TBKC, he's a true bully guy. He said, you could put bleach in crap basically, and it's still going to be crap. Might not stink as much, but it's still crap, right? So when we made an adjustment, I took Baloo as her second litter, as her second heat, or second breeding. I was supposed to go Hot Shot. I was supposed to do Earl to Merle, which we did. Then I was supposed to go Hot Shot. But I said, ooh, I gotta work through the kinks. This is a foundation year for us. So we gotta go Baloo first. Then we'll go Hot Shot, which will be here soon. When you're thinking about a big picture, number one thing is we talked about on the board, have a vision, have a goal, be intentional. Hot Shot is a gorgeous dog. Zara is a pretty dog. Determined, driven. Her epigenetics are what I'm betting on. And those are just the traits that say, hey, she could do protective work, and she could help us assist in making sure the dogs are healthy. I like a dog between 19 and about 21, 22 inches tops. We want to get, we like that 80 to 110, 120 tops as far as weight is concerned. What we don't want to do is make a dog so big that it cannot move or work. I like a dog that can perform, which is critical for us over here. It's critical. If the dog can't perform, it did not come from our kennel. And we bought the dogs so we can inject certain things to get to the performing dogs. If you've seen videos of Baloo, then you know good and well he's respectfully useless. But if you see all the pups, how come all of them can run, hop, skip? So they took on some of his traits phenotype. But they didn't take any of his performance traits, thank God. There's probably one dog that's kind of got it, but he's like, dang, I didn't know you could do that. So he's still like the Joker in the thing. He's like, I got you. I did it first. And then he'll go back and chill. So if I were to keep him, he'd be a dog that I would work through and turn on, which means we'd get him revved up and get him excited, and then we just bring the best out of him. So when building your plan, build something that literally is going to help you get to a goal. For those people out there just breeding dogs, it should never be that easy. It never is that easy. And if you know anything about business, one of the things that, if you're Shark Tank fans, is they say, hey, what's the barrier to entry? challenge with the dog breeding space. The barrier of entry is having just a random person buying 2 dogs and letting them screw. That's the barrier to entry. That's why the space is so saturated, and that's why the dogs, in some form or fashion, aren't necessarily getting better. We're gonna hold on to some of our magic. We're gonna create, keep digging until we find some gold. We're gonna build something that I believe is going to be special long term, and we're gonna teach you as much as we can along the way. It's not rocket science. It's not that difficult, but there is a better way, not necessarily right or wrong way to do it, because we all started off somewhere. Now, the goal is where you're going. So, like, subscribe, share. I'll walk you through the plan in detail and all of our issues in another video. Stay tuned. Take care of your dogs.